What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Will back with another video. Welcome to the channel. Hit that like and sub button. We're about to get into another prospect video after the Browns have drafted their entire NFL draft. Last video I just did, should be seeing it shortly, is the video on Cam Mitchell. This video is going to be about Dawson Jones. We're going to have another video on Luke Whippler and soon. So let's get into it. So D Jones, big guy. I laugh every time I hear that, but big guy. All right. So they said he has a massive frame. He's great in the pass. He has not allowed a sack his entire college career, and he played for Ohio State. Now, for a guy that's 6'8", 300-something pounds, and 21 years old, and hasn't allowed a sack, sounds like a great prospect. Why did he fall in the third round? A lot of people had this guy as a second or first round grade on this guy. So the reason why, if you guys haven't noticed, a bit of the Ohio State guys like Luke, who we'll get into in a separate video, Dawand Jones, I think it's Dawson Jones. I gotta get his name right. But that Michigan and Georgia tape really plummeted these guys' numbers. Like, these guys had 3 good years of football. And then they came down, and the schedule kind of, screwed the Buckeyes over a little bit. But they came down, and they lost to Michigan, had a horrible at-home performance to Michigan. That Michigan tape is bad. And they came out, and they barely lost to Georgia. So that Michigan and Georgia tape is what kind of plummeted these guys' stats down. Like, I guarantee you, if we beat Michigan, State, if they beat Michigan and Georgia, D Jones is probably gone within the first 25 picks. But that bad film drops his stat and his value down. Even though he didn't allow a sack, he allowed 7 pressures and 466 snaps. He only allowed 7 pressures in college and 0 sacks on 466 stats. And he's 6'8" and 340 pounds. This guy is a massive project. He's not super established now. He has slow feet, but they say he is great in pass protection, and he's what you need if you're going to be having he's what you're going to need if you're going to have a running quarterback. So the big thing is, when you have a running quarterback, Deshaun, he hopping in and out. You know what I'm saying? So because Deshaun's moving around, and he's going out of his, I forgot. He's going out of his protection frame. Like when they come out, they block, boom, ball snaps, and it's like, how the pocket develops. You know what I'm saying? You can see it, but how the pocket develops when a quarterback is jumping around and stuff, and he's not just sitting there like, It's better because, he's pushing with that large frame. You got to go all the way around or try to beat him inside, which isn't going to happen. So you got to go all the way around his massive frame, which makes it easier for, it's going to create a lot more time for Deshaun to create. So that's one of the good things about him. Now, like I said, this is a huge guy. Now, what does that do for the Browns as far as their offensive line depth? Now, the good thing is, the Browns were the team that could have took him. Now, if he went to, the Panthers or Baltimore, or let me think of a bad offensive line team. We could even say the Bengals. If he went to a team like that and he had to, start day one, he probably could, but he's not going to, grow and be the best version of himself. Coming to a team like the Browns with the best offensive line coach in the league and Bill Callahan, it's just a match made in heaven. If Bill can, work on him, he's being a little bit slow, and really develop him, he's going to eventually become a starter on our team. And the chances of that happening, it's pretty much a high reward, low risk, because he's a 3rd round pick that could have went to the 1st. And then on top of that, he's a great generational size. He's a great generational size. Like, the guy's 6'8", he's 340. You can't move this guy. Worst case scenario, let's get him in the a running, scenario, and let's put him downhill, and let's have Nick Chubb follow him. I don't know about you guys, but if I was 200, if I was 100 more pounds and 3 more feet or 3 more inches taller, I'm not trying to block that guy. You know, I'm not trying to get past a 6'8", 340 guy and then get met by Nick Chubb. I'm cool. I'm cool. Just imagine a 6'8" guy downfield. Huh, huh, boom. Huh, huh, boom. Now here come Chubb. Stiff arm. Nah, that's nasty. Like, I'm cool. So, worst case scenario, we could get him in some run fits. And he's going to help our goal line stances and goal line fits. Like, you guys remember that play, I forgot, was it against the Bengals? Or what? I think it was the Bengals. And we had Hudson come in there, and we had him be a swing tackle. Imagine 6'8", big old Jones swinging around and bodying somebody at the goal line. Like, I don't want no problems with that if I'm a linebacker or a cornerback. And, you know, I feel like that's great. You know, I feel like the Browns was the perfect fit for this guy. Now, let's go best case scenario. He's better than Jed or Jack. What happens? So, you guys can leave your comments down below. We just talked about this with our quarterback room. We just talked about what's going to happen if Mitchell and Emerson become better than Ward. You know, you guys can go check that video. I'll leave it at the end of this. But hypothetically, if Jones becomes better than Wills or Conklin, who goes first? You know, is he going to play left or right? That's still up for debate. I think he played left. Something tells me he played right, though. I think he played left. I'll put it right here or whatever. But, you know, I wonder if he's going to play left or right. I'm pretty sure he could play either or. But who do he replace? I know a lot of people don't like Jed. I'm not a big fan of Jed either. But I'm not also a big fan of Conklin. You know, he's been hurt a lot. That's one thing I say about Jed. Like, Jed, he's not been playing his best, and he has a lot of bad, you know, highlights where he's just standing there and the quarterback's running for his dear life. But he's at least healthier than Jack Conklin, man. Jack Conklin is a Pro Bowler. Jed is like a B- tackle. Jed isn't bad by any means. He's just not, you know, the best tackle in the league. He's not close to it. So, comment down below who you think. My personal opinion, I think he'll probably replace, and then James Hudson. So with this more than do anything, it takes James Hudson off a roster lock. We used to think James Hudson would be the one that was getting, you know, Jed's spot. And if James Hudson was good enough by now, he would have took Jed's spot. So he's not better than Jed. But I would prefer Jed over Jack Conklin. That might sound crazy to a lot of you guys, but Jed's younger. Now, if Jed got to get paid, and Jack only got 2 years left on his deal. So, I would prefer Jed, the younger tackle, over Jack Conklin, and I put Jones there, blocking Watson's right side. Now, if he obviously turns into like a generational talent, and it is not just being like a delusional Browns fan here, it is a chance of that happening. Now, if he does become that, then I would say, like, hey, put him on the left tackle side, and we'll find the right tackle. You know, the left side is a little bit more important than the right. So if he becomes a generational tackle, put him on the left side. That'll be my opinion, and that's my 2 cents on it. You guys comment down below. But this guy has great help, man. He has great help. He got Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, and then we're going to get to Luke. But he has Pochich, Harris roster spot is up for grabs as well. This draft has negatively affected guys like, I forgot his name, but, you know, Harris and James Hudson on the offensive line. They don't have guaranteed spots anymore. And then, you know, cornerbacks, nobody has a definite starting position no more. So this draft have, you know, made these camp battles a lot more interesting. That's my thoughts and my comments on Mr. Jones. You guys comment down below. Who you think will be our starting left tackles? Well, starting left and starting right. After 2 years of Jones being here and developing. I usually try not to get too high and low on guys just because, like, you know, we do this as fans where we get kind of high on people and then they pan out. They don't pan out, or they turn out to be, you know, washed or bums. And then another thing, we got all 3rd-round picks, so we can't call none of these guys bust. Like after we hit the 4th round, like we can't call somebody a bust. I got people calling Demetric Felton a bust, like he was a 7th-round pick, guys. It's amazing that he even made it this far on the team, let alone you guys calling him a bust. But that's what I say. I think in 2 years, if he's developed and established to his potential, he'd be our starting left tackle, and we'll just have to find a starting right tackle as Jack Conklin deals expire. But we'll have Batonio, Wyatt, hopefully Whippler, and we kind of, that'd be a nice little lineup. Whippler, Batonio, Wyatt, Jones, and then Conklin or Jed. I'll take that any day of the week, But we got good tackle depth as well. That's the main thing about it. Just in case one of those guys roll their ankle, I don't have no problem starting James Hudson or Jones or Whippler for a couple of games or two. Rather than on a defensive end, if Miles get hurt, Lord forbid, cancel the season. But that's my thoughts on it. You guys comment down below. Next video I'm about to do is probably going to be on Mr. Tillman. So comment down below. Look out for that video. Videos every other day. I'm out. Peace.